Okay, lesson 27. So we're going to learn how to add these. Now, the first thing we want to think about is what would be the common denominator. So remember, anytime it has a plus or a minus, think of it as one thing. You can't pull an x out of that or anything. So we have an x, we have an x minus 2, and we have x times x minus 2. So we're going to have to use x times x minus 2 as our common denominator. So each one of these needs to become x times x minus 2. So that one would have to be multiplied by x minus 2. So I multiply it to the top also. This one would have to be multiplied by x. So I multiply that to the top also. Don't forget that minus sign right there. This one's good, so I don't have to multiply it by anything. So I'm going to take the top and I'm going to expand it out and then try and simplify it. Okay, now I'm not going to multiply out the bottom, just leave it the way it is. Okay, and then these are common factors. I'm sorry, they're like terms, and these are like terms. Nothing can be factored out of there, so we're done. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing here, but the thing is, on this one, we've got to factor it first. So we have to think of what times what will give us an 8, and if you add it together, you get a 6. Well, that's a 4 and a 2. And they both have to be positive, so that when I add them together, they'll be positive, and when I multiply them together, they'll be positive. So I have these two factors. This one is repeated over here, but this is a new one. So I need to use this one and those two. So this one doesn't have the x, so I have to multiply the top by the x. On this one, I'm going to go ahead and put down that minus. It's got these two, but it doesn't have this one. So I have to multiply this times x plus 2. Now, luckily, it's a 1, so there's not any multiplying really to do. But be careful. It's got to be in parentheses. So when we expand this out, we get x squared plus 9x. But this minus has to be distributed through. So negative x and negative 2. Remember, don't multiply the bottom out. Okay, so what is this? This is x squared plus 8x minus 2. That cannot be factored in the trinomial factoring method that we've learned. So you're going to leave it just as it is. Okay, so this is a t. All right, so this is one thing, and this is one thing. So the common denominator will be this. So this one has to be multiplied by t, so I multiply the 5 by t. This one has to be multiplied by the t minus 12. Okay, so I got 5t. This is a negative 3 I'm distributing. Do not multiply this out. And I get 2t plus 36. Now you got to be careful here because you have to factor out a common factor, factors like that, just to see if maybe, what if there had been a 2 right here instead of a t? Then we could have canceled the 2's. But it doesn't work. You can leave it just like this. Like this obviously was okay, which is the way they have it in the multiple choice for A. Hope that's helpful.